Hey guys, welcome to this new video. This is one day after I posted the vitiligo video, and I just wanted to share how I feel today. I actually feel pretty overwhelmed. I mean, yesterday I was honestly feeling like nauseous because I honestly thought I was gonna throw up. I was that nervous to share the story, and I mean, when everyone started like kind of sending all these sweet messages and supportive words, I was like, no way, this is so like awesome. And you know, confessing on an online platform about your imperfections is just like, it makes it 10 times worse than just talking about it in general, you know. So that's why I think I was super nervous. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to like make a new video today because I'm still in quarantine, so I just kind of wanted like to pre-film a bit of footage for you guys when I'm back to work in next week, that you know I will not be as active maybe in terms of social media, and that's why I thought let me film an assumptions video. But to be honest with you, today I woke up at like 4:30 in the morning and I just could not sleep. Like, I felt pretty good, like I felt rested even though I've only slept for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours or something like that. But I just, you know, when you check your phone, this is like my worst habits, checking my phone in the middle of the night and then I cannot sleep, or like early in the morning. It like always triggers this like slight anxiety. And I know people like in their morning routine videos and stuff, they always say you should never check your phone when you wake up. You know, you should dedicate first half an hour to like meditating or just like journaling or just doing all these like positive things and not like checking your social media or notifications or anything like that. But yeah, I've done that this morning, and to be honest with you, I feel really shit right now. Like, I really don't feel good, and I've had only 1 cup of coffee, so I don't really know why I'm like so on the edge today. But yeah, I played in the morning with Astro, who's by the way passed out because he hates early mornings. Let me show him to you. You hate that I woke you up so early, don't you? Okay, sleep. So this is what I'm wearing around the house, just like a very loose, baggy hoodie, lace shorts, and just like house shoes. I feel like I should have a matcha maybe, because I feel like coffee triggers my anxiety when I'm tired, and I just don't like that racing hard feeling. And you know, today when you sleep 4 hours, it's just kind of like I'm gonna chill on caffeine. Normally I have about 2 to 3 cups a day, and like I feel fine, but today I just think I should chill with caffeine. By the way, I just wanted to show you how my hair looks. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like it's grown so much since London. My friend Dara, who's a hairdresser, she even messaged me, she's like, gosh girl, your roots are showing already, like how come? And I've just been like taking biotin, but I don't even think that it's like that effective. I don't know, maybe it's just showing a lot more because now my hair is like blonde, and before I always thought that my hair is like growing super slowly. So I don't know, maybe it's just a miracle or something, or maybe it actually grows faster than I thought. So either way, not complaining, just wanted to share. Okay, let's go and make some matcha, and then let's answer some of your assumptions. Look at Astro. It's like plus 40 degrees outside and he just goes and chills in the garden. So funny. So let me show you how I make matcha. And by the way, sorry for the noise, I tossed in some tofu that was expiring in a pan. I cannot cook for the life of me, so I don't know if it's gonna turn out good. I just tossed in some like teriyaki sauce and I don't know, whatever else I could find. But yeah, actually let me know if you guys like to see any like cooking content on my channel. I think it would be fun if I share like some recipes that I can cook, and yeah, let me know your thoughts. So for the matcha, I'm going to be using one of my recent Amazon quarantine purchases, which is the matcha whisk. I guess you can make matcha without it, but it just blends it super nicely. And JD actually really likes to use it for the sauce. I know he shouldn't be using it, but anyways, it's really good. And I got this matcha from one Lithuanian brand called Ikigai, which is very funny because that's exactly the book that I'm reading right now, and it's really good. So yeah, let's make this iced matcha happen.
Drunk, I've never seen you clearer than now. We're flying high, floating somewhere up in the clouds. Going out of ourselves, can you feel it? Almost like I don't know if it's real, cause when we're doing our thing, we're like wheels that won't stop turning. So take me on a trip, Drip, drip, now drip, drip, drip. Oh, flick that switch, kill the lights. Oh, wasted. City lights are shining so bright.
Okay, so let's start. I have all your screenshots and assumptions here. Okay, first one. You are a Libra. Nope, I'm a Cancer and my birthday is 13th of July, so it's coming up very soon. By the way, I actually probably should have mentioned this. Some of these assumptions are old because I've asked you guys to write your assumptions about a year ago, and I've started filming that video in Seychelles on a layover, and then I remember my battery died and I just felt super tired and I went to sleep. So I'm still gonna be answering some of those. They're not gonna be like aviation related because I'm just gonna skip those. I think they're, you know, since I'm no longer working as a flight attendant, they're not applicable. You are the kindest person and down to earth. Thank you. I mean, I'd really like to think so. I suppose I do have a compassionate heart, I think. Like, I really feel for people who live in like poor circumstances and just who are generally not very well in life in terms of the opportunities that they're given because of, I don't know, racial discrimination maybe, or their education, or their just anything like that, you know. That's where I'm like, this is so not fair, and I feel like it's the system that is to blame, and obviously we're a part of that system in a way, so we are the ones who are responsible for making that change. But yeah, I guess I'm like everyone else. I have my, you know, dark sides, and I guess you can't really, you know, appeal to everyone, and you cannot be liked by everyone. There's actually a very good quote somewhere, I've read it just recently, saying like, you could be like the nicest peach in a basket and there's still gonna be someone who is not gonna like peaches. I think that is the quote, but yeah, you get the idea. You drink alcohol. I normally do, but I'm almost a year sober, and a lot of people are like, what? You don't drink? What's wrong? You know? I decided to do a 1-year challenge, which I'm gonna film as a totally separate video. It's gonna be exactly on my birthday, exactly 1 year when I don't drink, so I'm very excited about this 1-year anniversary. I'm not gonna do this for the rest of my life. It was just something that I wanted to do for testing, you know, my, what do you call it? What's the word? Willpower. Testing your willpower, that is the word. You make the majority of your money from Insta. No, I will be very honest. I know a lot of influencers are never gonna talk about money, and it really depends, you know, on your like followers and the audience locations and things like that. So I do paid collaborations every once in a blue moon, and I'm gonna be totally honest with you, but I don't do social media for money. Like, I know that this is what a lot of people do for a living, but I do have a full-time job and I just do collaborations every once in a while. I mean, you can definitely survive and have a very lavish lifestyle from, you know, social media, but at the same time you really have to work hard, and I don't think you really have a balance of your personal life and, you know, what you put out there. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe one day I'm gonna do this as a full-time job, but at the moment I'm happy with just having a full-time job and, you know, doing social media kind of as a hobby. You do a proper night routine before sleeping. Hells yeah, I love my nighttime ritual. Like, I was actually thinking of filming get unready with me type of video. I think that would be pretty fun. I know, like, I personally like to watch those where people like, oh, pamper their skin and then they go to bed, and or like morning routines. So I feel like this is something that I might film myself. Hopefully it's gonna be as interesting as other people make it seem. I don't know, but I definitely love dedicating that half an hour or an hour before going to bed to myself and just kind of, you know, having a tea. Anyways, I'm not gonna spoil too much, but yeah, I'm gonna probably make a video about it some time in the future. What else? You can't speak German. Entschuldigung, ich kann fast alles auf Deutsch verstehen. But no, yeah, for real, I think I understand everything in German. I don't really think I can write properly. Like, my grammar is probably horrible and stuff, but I definitely can understand German. My mom lives in Germany. I've lived in Germany for a couple of years, and yeah, ich kann Deutsch verstehen. you are a free-spirited person. That is correct. I definitely go with the flow in life. I mean, as you grow older, you definitely have more responsibilities and commitments and things like that, but I am still very much like, oh, okay, you know, if shit hits the fan, I'm just gonna find a way to make it through, if that makes sense. So I would definitely not be embarrassed to do any job that might be like looked down on, I suppose, by many people. I've done a lot of different jobs since I was a teenager, you know, like I worked in a wood factory, I worked in a greenhouse, I was delivering newspapers. So I mean, it's just a part of maturing, I think. You know, you just have to go through different stages in life. So many people like think that, you know, everything needs to be handed to you. No, I really believe that for the mortals, you know, we get everything in stages. If we work hard, you know that it's going to be rewarded. So yeah, that's kind of what I believe in, and I guess you can call me a free-spirited person. Are you an extrovert? I like to call myself social introvert. I think that's what I like to call myself. You know, there's like times where I love my personal space. Like I'm a Cancer, and Cancers by nature, you know, they like to retrieve to their like little shell, and you know, it's just something that I think water signs will be able to understand. If you're a water sign, you know what I'm talking about. So it's just like something that we need to recover. So I definitely like that personal space of mine, but at the same time I get very, very bored in like, I don't know, 3-4 days if I'm not around people or if I don't interact with people. I just get like in a very like deep like state of thinking, and it's, you know, it just becomes a little bit too much. Yeah, I try not to be alone for too long. You love nature, always up for an adventure, love living crazy and busy life. I definitely love nature, but the adventure part, it's like to an extent, because for example I have a story to share, which is when we were in Bali, everyone that we were with on that holiday, they jumped in the water to swim with manta rays. And me and JD, I had like a little fight with him because he's like, oh, you just didn't want to jump in the water because you didn't want to ruin your makeup and blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, I mean, I guess a little bit, I'm gonna admit, like a little bit of course, but at the same time, like I don't fancy jumping from a rocky boat in like a freaking deep water to swim with a giant freaking fish, you know what I mean? Like I didn't feel comfortable. I'm a water sign, okay, but like I don't like water where I don't feel safe. I just didn't feel comfortable doing that. So I think this is where like my limit was for the adventure. I can go for a road trip, let's do it anytime. Let's go like prank somebody, or I don't know, just like safe adventures. You're rich, I hope. No, I'm joking. I feel like talking about money is such a taboo nowadays. Everyone's like, oh, you know, and I also don't necessarily feel comfortable talking about it, but at the same time I'm just gonna say that being rich, it's not exactly about the amount of money you have on your bank account. It can definitely be very little, but you can feel super happy with your lifestyle, but at the same time you can have very shitty like lifestyle and have a lot of money on your account. So I think being rich is definitely about finding that perfect little middle spot, you know what I mean? So it's not just about the digits, and you should definitely always remember that is not a main goal in life, and you should never focus on it as a main goal. You should definitely have enough savings, you know, to be prepared for whatever life might throw, you know, your way, but definitely don't put it as the main priority. And yeah, just be humble, and I guess being rich is just feeling happy and healthy. And yeah. You've never been to Bangladesh? Nope, I've actually been there once, but I haven't done anything, so it's a shame. I don't remember, I was just staying in my room for some reason. Can't really recall why, but yeah, I didn't really do much, so I guess I haven't really been there. You regret making Avo stories? Guys, for those of you who don't know, I do have a blog. I mean, I used to write it like 4 or 5 years ago. before I even moved to Dubai, and it's called Ava Stories. I don't even know if that domain link is working anymore. I'd have to check, but I don't regret it. I actually really like writing, and I feel like that's something maybe I could pick up in life later on, who knows. And I've got a few compliments from you guys, which is very sweet, like about my captions when I write them, so that gave me a bit of a boost of, you know, kind of inspiration, and I just really like appreciate that support. So maybe one day I'm gonna write something bigger outside of a blog, who knows. So let's see. You don't feel like Lithuanian anymore. I've lived outside of Lithuania for a long time now, so it's definitely hard to say that, you know, I can definitely relate to Lithuanian culture and like what's happening there, because I don't know the music anymore there. I don't know like popular restaurants, I don't know popular places where people hang out maybe, and things like that. But I still follow like people from Lithuania, and I know a lot of people follow me from Lithuania, so ačiū. And I guess I'm just not really imagining my future there for now, but it's definitely, you know, you can't take your roots out of yourself. You're still going to be always Lithuanian, or whatever, you know, country you come from, no matter where you live later on in life. I think like I struggle to relate maybe to the modern culture and like the whole concept of, you know, lifestyle there, but I'm not any less Lithuanian, I think, because of that. Tajul Nawal is saying you're a very independent person. I definitely am, but there are certain things which I kind of dislike about myself, because I always ask for help. So it's anything to do with technology, I just like give up. So I always ask for help, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do this. So JD hates my guts because I always ask him like, oh, my MacBook this, my this, my this, my this, and it's just like I should probably try, but I just don't have the patience, and it's just, whew, yeah. I'm independent 99% of the time for sure, but that 1% when it comes to technology is very, I'm not proud of that. They're hard to be friends with. That's mean. I think my friends would be best at giving a response for this assumption. I mean, I definitely have a lot of acquaintances, a lot of friends, but I only have very few selected group of people that are like my very close friends, and I think that's normal. You don't want to give all your personal information to a lot of people, or your personal emotions and feelings to, you know, everyone. So like my close friends are the ones that know me basically my whole life, or the ones who you just kind of click with. And it's just very few people like that in my life as well, that, you know, you meet them. I met them in the like last 3-4 years, and so, but yeah, I just clicked with them, and I felt like, you know, like almost like soulmates kind of thing. So yeah, I only have, I don't know, I would probably be able to count on one hand. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, I mean, I hope that I'm not a complicated person. I know I can be very stubborn, which is a good and a bad thing at the same time, but definitely when it comes to friends, I'm very loyal, like very caring, and I will put my friends before myself, you know, if I need to. Okay, so I think this is where all the recent assumptions start. You are still in strong and good relationship after 3 months in different countries. Yeah, I've actually talked about it in the Q&A that I filmed this week. It didn't really affect our relationship. I think it's actually, it worked out for the better, you know, give us like a little test to see how we're gonna be dealing with distance in case we ever have to, you know, be apart or something like that. So yeah, it wasn't that long. Like I mean, I know it was 3.5 months, but now that I'm back, I don't feel like it was that long. You are a moody person. Oh yeah, like very moody. Like, you see, I was feeling so bad when I started this video, and now I'm feeling quite good. And yeah, I don't know why, you know, just like that. So yeah, I am very moody. Loyal, capital letters. Yes, I just mentioned that in my friend's assumption. So yeah, 100%. You're 24. I wish. I'm 25 and I'm gonna be turning 26 soon. I think you mostly have organized closet, room, etc. Yeah, but I'm very messy at the same time. So whenever I'm filming something or just getting ready, I tend to create a huge mess, but I definitely cannot think straight if my room and my closet, and just my life is like all upside down. So I definitely need to clear out the mess before I can start working, or even just editing a video. Like I need to clear my whole table and just make sure that, you know, I can think straight. And yeah, you loved being a flight attendant as long as it lasted. Of course. I mean, it was probably the best few years of my life. I know that there's the saying which goes something like, what a wonderful thought it is that some of the best days of our lives haven't even happened yet. And it's true, there are going to be wonderful, wonderful days ahead of us, but at the same time, like, just some things in the past are just like, you know, it makes you feel a little like nostalgic. So I definitely reminisce a little bit about my cabin crew days, but it's not something that I wish I could go back to. Like, it was perfect while it lasted, as you say. You grew up being rich. Kirsten? No, actually not at all, and I'm not afraid to talk about it, because I feel like a lot of people, like I said, have this misconception that, you know, things are handed to you, which is wrong attitude. You know, you really need to work hard. And I've seen my parents hustle. My mom had to leave when I was a kid to work abroad, so she moved to Germany. I mean, she didn't really move, she was like working for a few months and then coming back, and then working for a few months and then coming back. So we were definitely not like very well off financially, I would say. We definitely like didn't struggle to pay our bills and things like that, but we were not wealthy. So yeah, but it's okay. I mean, I am in a better position, and my whole family is in a great position right now, so I'm happy about that. And you know, I think a lot of families go through different stages in life. You know, sometimes, you know, parents lose jobs or in poor health or whatever, so there's different factors that kind of contribute to, you know, your financial situation. And yeah, I guess I was just in a very average kind of household. You're like a happy-go-lucky person, but you actually cry a lot. I don't cry a lot anymore. I think I used to cry a lot when I was like a teenager. I was very, I think, unhappy because I knew I wanted to leave Lithuania, and even when I was like 14 or so, and I was just like, oh, I'm wasting my life here. But now I've only cried, I think, a few times in the last, you know, 6 months. Like, let's say this year, I've only cried probably a few times, but just because, you know, I'm tired or I'm stressed. Claire's saying, you've always had great style and known what to buy for yourself. No, I honestly struggled with style so much. I definitely would love to go into fashion side of things online and, you know, share more style ideas on my social media, but I honestly don't feel very confident, which is something that's giving me motivation and pushing me to actually try and do that. And a lot of people say, oh, you have great style, but I don't really know how to accessorize, and, you know, like, people layer their outfits and it looks amazing. I'm just like very, oh, dress, okay, dress it is, you know, like, I don't know how to kind of be very creative, I suppose, in terms of creating outfits. So but yeah, I'd love to experiment. Let's see, maybe I'm gonna start doing that a bit more often now. You are very approachable. Please, 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 if you ever see me, do not mind my horrible resting bitch face. I apologize, because I definitely do have one, but as you see, I'm generally very chatty, and I'm like that with, you know, my close friends, and I might not look like that if you ever see me. I might like just look, you know, so I apologize. And definitely say hi. I love meeting people. Like, I've actually had that, I think, once or twice in Dubai Mall, where people approached me, and I think they were from the United States, just on a holiday or transiting or something like that. And then somebody else, like, and anyways, I run into people every now and again, and it's just the coolest experience. Like, I feel so happy. Oh, I remember where it was the second time. Sorry, it wasn't in Dubai Mall. It was in Abu Dhabi at the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque, which was even crazier, because I was wearing an abaya, and these girls, they recognized me, and I was like, what, how, you know, that's so cool. So it made me very happy, and they were very happy as well. So definitely, if you ever see me, please say hi. I'll be more than happy to chat to you. You're interested to learn coding? Woo! No, I'm sorry. I know it's very cool and very important, and you know, it's like future and stuff, but nah, not for me. I think you will turn into a full-time model soon. Okay, I'm not gonna say no. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, that would be cool, I guess. I mean, I don't know, I just don't have the proportions. Like I went as a teenager to an not open day, why did I want to say open day, sorry, casting. And they told me I'm too big. So you're generally a very fun person, I want to be friends with you. I guess that's not really an assumption, but that's very sweet, thank you. Sorry guys, I just put the camera again. I'm not feeling very energetic again, so just wanted to lay down a little bit. Okay, let's read the next one. You would like to go back to uni and qualify as something new. I've actually looked into different degrees about 2 years ago. I think it was something like philosophy and I don't know, I think history, maybe something like that. I've written a few down because I thought that, oh, maybe I should do masters just for myself, not because I actually wanted to change my career at that time. I never really went for it, so I don't know, I don't think that's something that I'm gonna do anytime soon. Maybe sometime like later in life, but right now I'm okay with just 1 degree. You are not a confrontational person, not at all. I mean, only when push comes to shove and I'm just really on the edge, which doesn't happen very often, to be honest, then I'm gonna confront someone if I need to. But other than that, I would never cause conflict. I just hate arguments. I hate when people like argue and just that bad vibe in general. So yeah, I'm very chill generally. I feel like you guys are gonna see the craziest angles in this video. You're really positive and you're able to see the good in every situation. I definitely think that everything in life happens for a reason. That's a fact, because sometimes when things don't work out, only later on you're like, oh, okay, that didn't work out, because you know, you kind of understand why. And so yeah, it's either a lesson or a blessing. So okay, and just 2 last assumptions. You have an easy time making friends and usually don't get anxious in social situations. I mean, I was working as a cabin crew for 3 years and I think 3 months, so I was exposed to a lot of people all the time, and some days it was just super, you know, kind of easy to just chat with strangers, but some days it was just, I guess, like, it's normal. I don't think it's something to do with me necessarily. I think people in general sometimes have those days where they're just not vibing, or they're just not in the mood, or they're not feeling very energetic. So I don't think it really is because of some of my personality aspects. And I think that is, you know, because of those specific reasons is when I get like a little bit anxious when someone is just trying, you know, to get too much information or something like that, and you're like, you don't feel like up for it in the moment. But other than that, yeah, I'm pretty like chill and easygoing. I have a feeling you're a totally kind-hearted person and you couldn't even hurt a fly. I definitely try not to hurt flies and spiders if I can in the house, so I guess you're right. Sorry, I rushed that last one a little bit, but it's because my battery was dying and I was just rushing to come here and change it. I actually saw on my table as well the book that I was telling you guys about. It's very good. I think it's like a bestseller as well, because I've been hearing that it's a very nice book, so I decided to buy it, and I'm like halfway through. It just talks about a long and happy life and kind of how to achieve it, and it's very easy read, but at the same time it's like very deep and informative. So definitely, guys, if you don't know this book, give it a go. It's very good. So I think actually that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the afternoon. I'm just gonna chill, hang out, and read this book. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed learning these few little interesting things about me. I hope it didn't seem like, you know, I was fooling myself. That was definitely not intention or anything like that. I just thought that I promised to make this video to you guys about like more than a year, I think, ago, and it was just way too overdue. I also filmed 2 other videos that are going to be up on my channel soon, so please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to press thumbs up for this video if you enjoyed. And yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.